Hey guys, what's up? Nick here once again, and today we're going to be checking out every Twisted Metal game that's ever been released on the Steam Deck. I am excluding Twisted Metal Head-On for the PlayStation Portable because I do have the PlayStation 2 Extra Twisted Edition on here instead. It's just, in my opinion, the definitive edition. It has extra features and stuff. And yes, we'll be doing both the hidden levels, which are from the Harbor City, and the main Head-On edition as well. And we also got Twisted Metal Black on the PS2 and Twisted Metal PS3. Now, quick disclaimer, I have not tested Twisted Metal PS3 on the Steam Deck yet. We're going to give it a shot. I really have low expectations because I could get it to barely work on the PSX3 emulator on my PC, which has a 2070 Super graphics card, and that barely could run it, so I don't really have high hopes for the Steam Deck. Another thing, too, is I don't think this video is going to get that much traction because Twisted Metal, sadly, is a smaller game series in terms of all the game series out there, like Halo, Call of Duty, you name it, that have been making games for years and years, but it's near and dear to my heart, and it is by far my all-time favorite game series on any system, let alone just the PlayStation. This video actually was a recommendation from Aaron Vasquez. I'm hoping I said your name correctly. Thank you for the idea and to test out Twisted Metal PS3 on the Steam Deck, so here we go. But we're going to go down the line with every single one. So let's start out with the original, the one that started it all, Twisted Metal 1, which was on the original PlayStation 1. You guys will have to let me know in the comment section below if you like these types of videos with my camera looking straight down on the Steam Deck. I do want to, in the future, get some type of docking situation where I could plug this into my Elgato and record what's on the display on my computer to give you guys better gameplay. But if this is good enough, or if you'd rather have it this way just to, I don't know, absolutely prove the gameplay is coming from a Steam Deck, let me know. Then if that's the case, then I'll probably just keep doing it this way. But I figured, you know, to get better audio and visuals and stuff for you guys, it might be better to get a docking situation, but yeah, it is what it is. So let's just go and do a single player contest. So far it seems to be running perfectly here. For fun, let's turn on the frames here. Yeah, let's do the frames per second. So it's running at a clean 60, which is awesome. I think I'm going to play my favorite character, Spectre. He's been my favorite character through every Twisted Metal. If you have a favorite one, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always curious to hear who and why is your favorite character in the Twisted Metal universe. And Spectre's always been my favorite because he's always had the really cool, sleek sports car. I like the faster vehicles versus slower vehicles, personally. Now, I absolutely suck at these original Twisted Metals, like Twisted Metal 1 and 2. They are definitely not my cup of tea in terms of gameplay. But they do have a special place in my heart, because obviously that's where they all started, and where I actually started playing the games. This one was actually my first ever Twisted Metal game I bought, back in like 1999, I think. It was around there. My mom brought me to an old video store. This game was for sale. It looked kind of cool on the cover with Sweet Tooth. And ended up picking it up, and I haven't looked back. I've bought every single one since. See if I can at least beat the first level. That's going to be my goal for this video, is get enough gameplay to beat at least one level. Another quick thing to notice, I am playing in its native resolution and aspect ratio. So it's 9:3. I don't have it in the 16:10 aspect ratio that the Steam Deck runs in. Mainly because I don't want to stretch out the actual image. I think it looks great just by itself, but obviously you do have the black bars on the side, which are kind of annoying. Hell yeah, we did it. Later, Pit Viper, you loser. Alright, so that's Twisted Metal 1. Clearly it's working just fine. I'll have to go through an entire tournament at some point just to make sure every level works without a hitch, but honestly, I'm not even seeing any frame droppage, and we're on level 2 already, so yeah, so far so good. So that was Twisted Metal 1. Let's move on to Twisted Metal 2, which is regarded as the best one in the series by many, many people. I would have to disagree. I do have an entire video actually on that, the retrospective of Twisted Metal, if you want to go check it out. I'll have a link of that in the description below. It basically just goes through my thoughts and opinions on what is the worst to best in the series of every Twisted Metal ranked, essentially. I got a lot of interesting opinions on that video, but To each their own, of course. It's everyone's opinion. If it was my opinion, I made that very obvious. You know, it's one of those things where, like, I don't want to say my opinion is fact, so. Wow. Yeah, I haven't played this one in a long time, man. That intro brought me back, though. Alright, let's jump into it. Single player. Oh, yeah, I actually really love the menu music for this. I'm going to shut up for a second so you guys can hear it. So good, dude. All right, let's just do a challenge match. I'm not going to go into like a tournament mode here. Ooh, what is my favorite level in Twisted Metal 2? There's so many good maps in this game, though. I have to give them that. Some of my favorite maps in the whole series. I'm going to do New York. I think that's my favorite one in the game. And they also brought my second favorite character into the universe of Twisted Metal, Twister. Absolutely love this character. I love the look. Not because of that, but because of the car. I love the car. I love the Twister, like the actual tornado special effect. Yeah, it's super cool. We might choose her, but I'm just gonna go through here. What other cars do we got? Outlaw 2, another good one. Warthog, Mr. Grimm, Classic, Grasshopper, Thumper, Spectre, my man, Roadkill. I'm debating if should I do Spectre for every single one? You know, that'd be boring. Let's switch it up. I'm gonna do Twister. We'll switch it up every game. We'll do different characters. I'll just go against whoever. Doesn't matter. There's so many iconic characters in the Twisted Metal universe, though. Of course, you got Sweet Tooth. Axel's super iconic. Mr. Slam. Outlaw. Spectre, like I said before. Twister. Mr. Grimm. Man, there's just so many that even if you've never played Twisted Metal in your life, it's characters that you've seen before or heard of at least at once in your life. At least for most people I know. This is so cool. Just jumping off rooftops, dude. I remember when this game first came out, it was a huge milestone for the PlayStation 1 of like what it was capable of. Like, yeah, it's not the best looking game of all time by any means, but it runs great. It still plays really well to this day. The level design, again, I think is the best part of the game. Next to the ending. The endings are really good. Like the cutscenes for each character when you win. I'm gonna die, dude. I forgot how, like, little amount of health Twister actually has. Oh, God. That tornado is so sick, though. Let's try to get this health bar. Oh, I jumped right over it. Bruh. Oh, I just screwed myself over. Wow. Well. There it is. Oh, I lost already, dude. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to win, boys and girls, but at least you guys got to see a little bit of gameplay from Twisted Metal 2, and it still runs perfect on the Steam Deck. Like, legit, no frame loss, no input delay at all. I'm using a wireless Bluetooth controller, by the way. I don't know if I showed that before, but using a PS5 controller, and it works perfect. Oh, God. Best part, though, the map right there. Just falling down into the city. It's crazy. Alright, moving on. So that was Twisted Metal 2. I don't know why it's not in order. Kind of a little bit OCD ruining there, but we're going to go on to Twisted Metal 3. Not 4. We'll do 4 after. Because we are going to go in order of when they released. And now, this is a huge controversy. I know a lot of people, especially the guys watching this video, you're only watching this because you're a Twisted Metal fan. Let's be honest here. In my opinion, I don't think 3 and 4 are that bad. In terms of Twisted Metal games, yeah, I agree that the characters could have been better. The stories could have been better. The cars could have been better. But all in all, just in a gameplay sense, I think these games are great and they still hold up to this day. But what doesn't hold up is the CGI. Like, oh my god, those look horrible. The music's kicking ass though. I can't let you listen to it though because of copyright. But yeah, we're gonna skip that just because I don't want to get DMCA strike because of Rob Zombie. And by the way, this was the first Twisted Metal to introduce actual licensed tracks, which got me into the music that I listened to today. So I have to give them a huge props for that. Twisted Metal 3 and 4 were pretty much, in all honesty, even though I bought Twisted Metal 1 and 2 before these guys, I did put more gameplay into these over the years just because of the music. And personally, I liked the maps. I liked the gameplay. It was just obviously the stories sucked balls compared to the first two. And the cars or whatever, like the special effects and specials, weapons and stuff weren't nearly as good. But it is what it is, right? So we're going to go to deathmatch. What is my favorite map? Let's go to Hangar 18. It's a very small map, but I love aliens. I love the aspect of this one, so we're all against 5 people. And I gotta say, I do like the way they set up the menu system here, where you have the cars driving around and showing their special weapons in this like a little arena area. And there is a cheat code in the game where you can play on that map, which is pretty cool. Thumper is pretty dope, man. The only like new characters I think were Club Kid and Firestarter. Forgot about him. Flower Power. And yeah, the Hammerhead's not new, but they definitely remade the Hammerhead for the worse. Let's try Axel. Haven't played him yet. But honestly, this game still looks good. Compared to the first two, you have to admit, like, this game looks above and beyond better in terms of graphics. And these were all on the same system. It's not like we jumped up a generation or anything, all the same system. But it is definitely slower paced, that is for sure. Twisted Metal 3 and 4 were definitely easier games too, in general, compared to the first two. There was actually a lot of strategy involved with winning the first two games, but not to say there's no strategy at all with Twisted Metal 3 and 4, but they're definitely much easier games. I can't remember if... Okay, you can rear... I don't think there's a shield in Twisted Metal 3, though. And there is some, sadly, DMCA strikeable music in this level by Pitch Shifter, which is a really good band, by the way. Underrated. But the thing I loved about this map is you can actually get on top of the flying saucer by blowing up these things. So we're just going to drive around and blow all those up so we can get on top. Goodbye, boy. That was another thing I loved about these games of 3 and 4. You know what? Actually, they had it in Twisted Metal 2 as well, but it wasn't nearly as good as it is in these ones. The death scream is just so over the top, like stupid but funny. All right, let's get the health over here. Oh, don't fall off. Ooh. Get away, Spectre. There we go. Oh, let's go. Maybe we get a double kill here. Come back here, boy. There we go. I didn't grab the special weapon, though. Did somebody else grab it? I thought it's supposed to be right here. Or wait, no, where is it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's underneath. That's right. There's a portal somewhere up here. Yeah, there it is. See, it's all coming back to me. So we're gonna go through here. Turn around, blow this up. And we win. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say Spectre was actually on top, so he didn't get hurt, but he jumped down like an idiot. So that is Twisted Metal 3. And moving on to Twisted Metal 4. Now, I think if I remember right, if I go back in my memory book, I played 4 a lot more than I played 3. Main reason is I think they did fix a lot of the issues I had with Twisted Metal 3, which was the level design. I think the levels were the absolute worst part of 3 next to the actual storylines. But Twisted Metal 4, they definitely ramped it up with the maps. Really, really good, memorable maps. And I think the cars were a lot better too, a lot just better gameplay in general. But it still looked just as good, it still played just as good. But the biggest drawback was the stories and just the overall storylines and characters just were, yeah, whoever did the writing for this game definitely did not deserve a raise. And we're back with the DMCA strikeable music, but again, this game had an amazing soundtrack. Absolutely loved it. More Rob Zombie, Cypress Hill. Trying to remember who else in this one. There was a ton of different good bands in this game. That's right, they had a ton of good cars too. I pretty much liked every single car in this game. Let's do Calypso. He's got like the craziest special in my opinion in the game. It's literally a nuke, which sounds kind of overpowered, and to be fair, compared to the other special weapons in the game, it is. But it's nothing compared to Sweet Tooth's special weapon in this game, which is by far the most broken, stupid special of all time. All right, we're in. Oh yeah, for some reason they changed the control scheme for this one too. Every single Twisted Metal up until this point, you used square to go forward, but this game it's X. I don't know why they changed that. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. But yeah. But yeah, the map design in this game was just above and beyond better than Twisted Metal 3. I don't know if it's necessarily better than like Twisted Metal 2 or even Twisted Metal 1, but it gets the job done, that's for sure. Just to make absolutely sure I don't get in trouble for this one, I'm going to turn the music off. I do apologize, guys. But YouTube and their DMCA strikes, you know, they do get you in the butt. Come here, boy. I want to use my my new special. Like, look at that. That's like, you have to be extremely accurate with it, but it's still like, what? Oh my god, I hurt myself. That was stupid. I'm trying to remember all the power-ups here. It's left, right, up for a freeze, I know that. But in this game, they added the ability to teleport. You can have a shield, rear fire, and then the freeze. And then jump. I think that was it. I'm gonna try to freeze him to get him with the auto lob. There we go. Oh, he's stuck. It's the perfect amount of time to use the auto lob. Oh, he's gonna die. This game had the best death scream, in my opinion, out of any of the Twisted Metals. Just gotta... We want to hear it. Come on, die. Just cease living. You're so close. Absolute beauty. I forgot how much health this dude had, too. Oh my, that took a huge chunk out of them. Oh my god, dude. Alright, and this was another thing that was new to Twisted Metal 4 that I don't necessarily agree with. They had a boss after every level. So as soon as you defeated all the regular people on the level, they had a boss battle. Which, yeah, like, it does leave it open for more characters, which is cool. And yes, you can unlock every single one of these people to play as later without cheat codes, which is awesome. But it's just one of those things, like, the whole thing with Twisted Metal and boss battles, every single game made you feel extremely afraid as soon as you saw, like, prepare to battle this person. Because from up until that point, every map was just a regular battle. And all of a sudden, like, 4 maps in and you kill everybody and it's like, wait, why am I not going to the next map? And I have to battle this guy? Like, who is this? It really ramped up the anxiety and it was really scary. So going to this, where now every map is a boss, you're expecting it, and to be fair, the bosses were not that good in this game at all. The only one that was a challenge is Sweet Tooth, and maybe Minion as a, like, runner-up. But yeah, the bosses were very lackluster in Twisted Metal 4, kind of a bummer, but again, at least it opened it up to having more characters to play as, so I gotta give him that. And moving on to the next in the series, which technically this came out after Twisted Metal Black, but we're going to do that next when we get to the PS2 ROMs. We're looking at Twisted Metal Small Brawl for the PlayStation 1. This game got a lot of, in my opinion, unnecessary hate. I think they did a really good job with this one. It was, by the way, created by the original people who made the first 2 games. It wasn't the 99 Studios, but that being said, it still could have been better. There were some things missing from it that just didn't have the same charm as the original games. I think a lot of that had to do with they were going for that T rating and making it more towards children or teenagers than towards adults, which Twisted Metal Black obviously went that direction, and thus that's why it's my favorite in the series, but we'll get more into that when we're actually playing Twisted Metal Black. Another thing that was really cool about Twisted Metal Small Brawl is how they treated Calypso as just like this punk bully, which I think was perfect. If they're trying to make it all about kids and teenagers versus adults, this was the best way they could have done it. And honestly, I think the endings and the stories in this game were absolutely perfect for the theme. A lot of people give them hate because they're either quote-unquote too cheesy or too stupid, but in my opinion, I think they were absolutely hilarious. They fit the game perfectly, and they actually were worth actually playing through the game to see the endings. They weren't total garbage or just totally stupid like fart and pee jokes, right? It wasn't like that. They actually had some good thought to them, and I have to give them props for that. So we're just going to go into a challenge just like before. This one was another game where I felt they did a really good job on level design in terms of making them memorable, interesting, and a lot of things to do on top of actually fighting your opponents. And there is actually a lot of unlockable maps as well in this game, which is pretty cool, including a lot of unblockable characters. So Carnival was one of my favorites, I know that. Mini Golf was another really good one, where you fight Trapper, who is a really scary boss. Mirror Maker's pretty cool. Now Slaying is an amazing map. I love the movie theater. Playground Peril, Treetop Rumble. I think I'm gonna do Treetop because this one's really cool. This is literally you're on a tree house essentially, and you can fall off the map and die, just like the New York one in Twist Metal 2. And in this game, they brought back a lot of the classics from TM2. I don't think they really had any new cars to the Twist Metal franchise, other than Mr. Mime, I think was new, and then Trapper the boss, and Primeval? I can't remember the name of the actual final boss, but it's one of those two. Those three were all brand new. Everyone else is returned from the old games. I think this time we're going to go with Shadow. I really like Shadow in this game. I really like his special. And all in all, I've always enjoyed Shadow as a character in pretty much any Twisted Metal. All right. And we're back to the old control scheme as well. It's squared to go forward instead of X. So, very odd. I love that Grim Reaper, though. That's so cool. But as you can see, the gimmick with this game... Oh, shit, I just killed myself. Oh, maybe I survived? No, I'm dead. Well, there goes one of my lives. Oh my god. Man, these cars are fast. I am not trying to play this bad, I swear. Wow. I forgot how fast the cars are in this game. But what I was trying to say is the vehicle... Oh, okay. Alright. Now... Anybody else would have edited this out to make themselves not look like an idiot, but I'm going to leave this in the game, in the video, because I don't care. Now, as I was saying before I really got murdered, the gimmick with this game essentially is you're all RC vehicles. There's not real people driving the cars. It's not kids driving the cars. I mean, technically they're controlling the cars, but they're from a safe distance. And I thought this was super cool. I really do. I think they could even bring this back, honestly, and it would still make a very good game today. But again, a lot of people do like the darker nature of the games such as Twisted Metal Black, and I do get that. But there's just a special little charm with this game that you don't really find with any other Twisted Metal in the series. And this map, I do not remember it being this difficult. Maybe I'm just not remembering it correctly, but my god, it's so slippery. It might be, maybe it's Shadow's like controls or something. I don't know. Let's try to turn this guy on. I do remember this. You can turn on the lawnmower and it drives around running people over. There we go. But that was something I do remember now, thinking back on it, is Small Brawl was not an easy game. This one did feel a lot like Twist Metal 1 and 2 in terms of difficulty, and you did have to strategically go around the maps looking for actual pickups in order to actually win the battle. Whereas Twist Metal 2 and 3 and 4, you can kind of just breeze through, in my opinion. I don't know what the controller really does, but we did something with it. Oh, it shoots rockets. That's right. Yeah, it's shooting rockets across the map right now. Come here, Slam. Man, that special does a lot of damage. There's Hammerhead. I also like that your health bar is a little battery. That's pretty cool. Same with your special ability and your turbo are little batteries. It's just those small details that really add up to make a cool experience. But I gotta say, so far, none of the games have ran bad or had any graphical glitches. And by the way, I didn't do any pre-testing before this video with any of these games, except for Twisted Metal 4. In my previous video, I showed it off a little bit. But other than that, no, I haven't tested any of these games before this video. I haven't changed any of the settings in the emulator or nothing. These are just straight with the EmuDeck emulator. I'm gonna die. I have 1 life left, I think. Oh my god. I swear I'm not trying to do that. Well, that was Twisted Metal Small Brawl. Can you tell I haven't played these games in a long time? Let's move on to the PlayStation 2 era, the next generation, and to my personal favorite game in the entire series, Twisted Metal Black. Now this one I have had some testing with. I've actually played through an entire tournament on the Steam Deck works flawlessly. Well, I'm not going to say flawlessly. There is some graphical slowdown from time to time, but I did find a hint online from somebody who found a way to essentially completely get rid of the graphical slowdowns. And by no means does it ruin the experience, or honestly, is it really even that noticeable? It's only noticeable if you're looking for it. And being a tech reviewer, that is stuff that I do look for, even subconsciously when I'm playing video games. So it is an annoyance to me. So what this person said to do is actually go into this Decky plugin downloader. It's hard to explain, but basically this is a mod for the Steam Deck. It's all free, by the way. And from here, you can download this thing called Power Tools, and you can uncheck or turn off the SMT odd number CPU threads. Now, I haven't tested this. I'm going to test this live on this video, but somebody said to turn that off, and essentially it helps with the slowdown. But we're going to give that a try. So I'm just going to go into challenge mode. God, I love these menus, man. Even today, these menus hold up. Like, they still look really good, but just the aesthetic of them is just amazing. Same with the background music for the menu music. It's so daunting. Everything about this game is scary. It's still a really creepy vibe, and I just love it. We're going to choose my favorite character in the game, which, not just because he's the mascot of the series, but honestly my favorite car in the game, Sweet Tooth. And we'll go to the junkyard. So I'll tell you what I'm talking about, or I'll show you what I'm talking about. So just keep an eye up here on the frames per second while we're playing the match, and you'll see them kind of dip between 40s and 50s. And then we'll turn off that SMP thing and see if it actually helps or not. Because again, this is using the PS2 emulator now, not the PS1, through the EmuDeck software. And it's all straight settings. I haven't changed anything with the settings. So right there was a little bit of a slowdown. But again, it's not game breaking. It's definitely playable 100%. I played through the entire story mode, one full playthrough essentially, without any issues or like, you know, crashes or whatever. But it is something that you will notice, at least I do. But yeah, it's playable 100%. Let's give it a try. I'm just really curious. Let's see. Turn that off. I mean, so far it's sitting at a steady 60. Wow, you know what? I think that actually did help it. Now, I've built computers in the past. I know a little bit about tech mumbo jumbo, but I have no idea what the SMP threads or whatever are. So if you guys know more about that than I do, let me know in the comment section below why that would help at all. But apparently it does. So yeah, that's a tip for you guys. If you want to get Twistable Black working perfectly, just use the default settings on the PS2 emulator and download that plugin, and then just uncheck the SMP threads, I guess. And it doesn't look like none of the graphics went down. The resolution's still the same. It's just running a lot better. Man, this game is so dark. No pun intended. That was the thing with Twistable Black, but that I really like about it is it's so difficult. This is not an easy game, especially if it's your first in the series ever playing. A lot of people, this was their introduction to Twisted Metal, and I can understand why they didn't like it at first, because there is a lot of strategy involved. It doesn't hold your hand. There's no tutorial. It just kind of throws you right in. And this is literally the first match in the story mode. You go against this many people on this big of a map. But again, to me, I like that. I like where there's no hand holding and it just throws you into the fray and you got to figure it out. But that being said, this game is still beautiful to this day. I mean, look at, like, this does not, to me at least, does not look like a PS2 game. This could have came out on the next generation on PS3, and I would have said it looked good. I also like the small details of when you switch weapons, it actually shows on the vehicle. So if I switch this one, see it pops on the right side there, switch it back, goes on the left side. That's just a super cool little detail that wasn't shown on any of the other games except for Head On. I think that's because they use the same engine, which makes sense. But yeah, have not dipped below 60 since turning that setting on, so that was definitely an awesome tip, whoever gave that to me. This guy. Come here, boy. Come here. Oh, you're so dead. You're so dead. Come back here. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Got him. There is a death scream in this game, but it's very quiet, subdued. I think there's a health bar at the end of this thing. Yes. That's the thing too. The health bars in this game barely give you any health. It's like, oh, I finally found a health bar. I'm saved, and then it's like, not really. You can survive like 2 more hits. But good luck. Here's another little one. The ones that give you the full health are those pads that you drive up onto, which I can use it, I think, one more time, because I already used it once. But yeah, you can use it twice per match, so you got to use them sparingly. And thankfully, the other cars don't use it. I think only you can use it. But yeah, these are much longer battles. This is going to be a super long video, so I'm just going to cut it off here. But that is Twisted Metal Black. And now moving on to Twisted Metal Head On. This is, again, the extra Twisted Edition. Main reason for that is because they had a PSP version, which I could easily put on here. But again, this is the definitive edition. It runs at 60 frames a second, and it's got more content. So it's like, kind of why not, you know? It is the exact same game. It's just got extra stuff. And I remember when this first came out, I think this was maybe the first ever game I pre-ordered, now that I think about it. I ran to GameStop the day it came out, purchased my copy, ran home, and I played this nonstop until I got every little ounce of content out of it that I could, 100%ing it basically. And yeah, just good times, man. So obviously you have his Twisted Metal Head On the entire game, and then you have the Twisted Metal Lost, which again was the Harbor City. It was supposed to be Twisted Metal Black, the second game in the series. Sadly, we'll probably never see that ever, unless they do. Who knows? Maybe they are making a new Twisted Metal, and it might be this one. I really hope so, but we'll test that out in a second just to see if it works on Steam Deck. We're gonna go into the main game though. Show you a little bit of gameplay there. I also realized this is probably gonna be the longest video on my channel, so if you're sticking through to this part, I guess thank you for being here. And just for fun, let me know in the comment section below if you made it this far in the video. So this is the intro to Head On. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It kind of looks a little outdated at this point. It's kind of like a weird comic booky type graphics, but it gets the job done. So we're going to go to challenges before. And again, with Twisted Metal Head On, they brought back pretty much everything from Twisted Metal 2. This essentially was the success for TM2, at least from David Jaffe's brain. That's what he said. Who to play? Who have we not played yet? Let's try Thumper. I don't think we've played Thumper yet. And this game had pretty decent maps. I don't think there was anything super memorable, at least from what I remember. And of course, since I haven't played the game on here yet, I don't have my game save, so you don't have everything unlocked. There's way more maps than this. But we're just going to have to go with what we have. Let's do Paris. We'll just go against anybody. And we'll see how good this game runs. I am curious to see if it runs just as good as just Twisted Metal Black, or if it runs worse. So right now, it is dipping below 60, but I have a theory. Is it because of this setting? Oh, whoops. Let's see. Let's turn this back off. Oh, it sets it per game. So let's have it off then. Let's just screw it. Let's have it off. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did I freak it out? There we go. Yeah, we'll leave it on 4. We'll see if that helps, just like it did with Twisted Metal Black. Honestly, so far, it looks like it did. So I guess, yeah, if you're using the PS2 emulator on Steam Deck, it's really good idea to have those power tools and to turn off that setting. So just like Twisted Metal Black, this game is very pretty. It's got the crazy cool, like, firework effects. I'm gonna die already. Oh my god, dude. I'm playing so bad. In terms of difficulty, I kind of remember Twisted Metal Head On being in between Black and maybe like Twisted Metal Small Brawl. So it's not nearly as difficult as Twisted Metal Black, but it definitely is not easy. But I think it is easier than Twisted Metal Black. Where the hell are the health pickups in this game? I don't remember. I appreciate that they're all giving me a chance here to survive. Come on, teleport. Is there health up here? No? I thought the plus meant there was a health bar up here. I don't remember the annoying beeping your health is low thing, so I'm just gonna kill myself. I didn't remember that being a part of the game. That is really annoying. Yeah, I never played a whole lot of Twisted Metal Head-On. Like I said, the day it came out, I played it for like straight through, beat the entire game, unlocked all the content for about 2 or 3 days. And then I truthfully didn't really touch it until I got my PSP. And then I got the PSP and I played the head-on version of that one, but again, that was only a little bit and then haven't touched it since. So this is probably the first time I've played this game in probably like 8 years. It still looks and feels good. I mean, it plays really well. But yeah, it's just kind of a meh. It's not my favorite. Alright, so that's head-on. Let's jump into the extra Twisted stuff. So we're going to go to the Twisted Metal Lost. This, again, is the Twisted Metal... yeah, here we go. Lost levels of Twisted Metal Black 2 or Twisted Metal Harbor City. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's a long little story, but it's pretty cool. Definitely check out the story behind it if you haven't heard of it. It's pretty interesting. And they brought back pretty much all the Twisted Metal Black characters. I think they even added a couple. Let's see. I don't remember... Oh, wait, no. I think there are unlockables, and I think the unlockable people are new characters. But just from the get-go, you only get the Twisted Metal Black characters, which is cool. We're going to do Crazy 8. So we had some new maps. We got Suburban Terror, Stadium Slaughter, Carnival of Darkness. The crazy thing to me, though, is they did not have to add any of this in this game. And the fact that they were able to give us all this content for the same price of a brand new regular Twisted Metal game is just crazy. It's amazing. So props to them for giving the Twisted Metal fans some extra love with these maps. This map is actually pretty sick. I remember liking this one a lot. Because it's one of those things where, like, you think of a carnival, it should be really happy and go lucky, but it still feels like it's in the Twisted Metal Black universe. So it's really dark and twisted. I love that. Man, his electricity lasts for so long. I don't think it lasts that long, Twisted Metal Black. Come back here. I'm not done with you. Oh, he froze my ass. Dude, how much damage did he do to me? So this is running out the same engine as Head-On, though, which is a little bit different than the one they used for Black. So it does feel a little wonky. It doesn't feel like Twisted Metal Black, I should say. But it still feels good. Oh, this is cool. I forgot about this area. Man, specials come back really fast. Woo! Ow. $37 points of damage, not bad. Oh, that would have been a kill. How do you do a freeze? Left, right, up, up? No. Down, right, down. I cannot figure it out. That's when I kill Crazy 8. Yes, we got him. No death scream in this game, though. Kind of underwhelming. Alright, so this was the Twisted Metal Black 2, essentially. Harbor City gameplay. Alright, now onto the finale, the one pretty much I'm pretty sure all of you guys have been waiting for. And I know this is not the correct artwork. I don't know why it gave me the original Twisted Metal artwork, but this is the PS3 version of Twisted Metal. Guys, don't give me crap in the comments. Don't give me a dislike on the video if this does not work. I did not promise that from the beginning. Like I said, I have very low expectation that this is going to work at all. But we'll try it. Ooh, I'm nervous. I am very nervous. Because I want this to work. I absolutely loved Twisted Metal on PS3. I did. I really loved it. And to have it on the go would be sick. But the fact that I couldn't even get this to work on my gaming PC, I don't have high hopes here. Do I have the thing on? No, I don't. We could give that a try. I doubt that'll do anything. So right now we're at 12 frames. It's not good. Not looking good. And this is just a text, man. We're not even doing anything. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Yes. I love the 9 frames a second. Let's just out of curiosity. Did that help at all? No. It did nothing. Oh, man. I was kind of worried about this. But you never know unless you try, right? I'm going to see if we can get into a game. Even if I die trying. It's probably going to crash. Or it might overheat the Steam Deck, for all I know. I'm risking my Steam Deck's life for your guys' pleasure. Oh, God. This is going to be horrible. So again, this is running through the PS3 emulator. I think it's like RC PS3 or something like that. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. So this is Twisted Metal 3 or PS3. Is it playable, you may ask? Technically, yes, it is. I'm playing it. Now, is it fun? I can't even tell what I'm doing. I'm like glitching through the floor. Do you see that? Like I'm like jumping up and down like a bunny. And I don't know if you can hear this. I'm gonna shut up for a second, but the audio is glitching the hell out too. Oh my god, this is... I don't want to blow up my Steam Deck, so I'm going to stop it. Oh, that's so sad. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe down the line, they might come out with an update that'll actually get it to work flawlessly on the Steam Deck. I know that there is, even though it's sadly small, it needs to get bigger. There is a small group of people who are absolute diehard Twisted Metal fans like I am, and they know more than I do when it comes to coding and stuff like that, so they might be able to actually get this to work and run flawlessly on a Steam Deck, but for the time being, that's just not the case, sadly. But that was pretty much it. I just wanted to show off all of the Twisted Metals running on Steam Deck to show you that it is possible, at least for the first few of them, to work flawlessly. And then you have to do a tiny bit of tinkering for Twisted Metal Black and head on to work, again, flawlessly. And then for Twisted Metal PS3, it just, at the moment, no dice, sadly. But for every single one, I mean, you can very much, to this day, right now, go out and get a Steam Deck and download these, and they run without a hitch. So, highly recommended. And if you have any questions, or maybe even an idea for a future video, especially if it's Steam Deck related, for a game you maybe want to see me try on here, or if you're just too afraid to do it yourself or whatever, let me know in the comment section below. And if I do end up choosing your comment for the next video, I will give you a shout out. And I did want to, again, thank you so much to Aaron for his suggestion for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, my man. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the video as well. Leave a like, share, and support as always. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, because it does truly help. We've been getting so much love as of late, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the love with these Steam Deck videos. I've absolutely been loving using this thing and making content for you guys on it, and I'll continue to do so as long as these videos keep doing well. So, yeah. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.